Welcome to this episode of Discuss with Gus. I'd like to dedicate this episode to my great aunt who passed away a couple days ago. Her name is Callie Lulius. Her nickname was Astro, which means star in the Greek language, and she truly was a star, very instrumental in any success that I've ever had. And she just helped me anytime I needed it. We worked together in our family bakery, and what a wonderful influence on my life. Again, due to her passing, I will be attending the funeral on Friday, and I know I'm going to miss a couple votes, but family is so very important to me, and we were very close. So I hope you understand. But I'd like also to read some letters and give you some answers, if that's okay. Let's start off with Theodore from Wesley Chapel. Theodore says, I'm personally tired of both parties' one-sided extreme views. Long-term solutions will require both parties to solve the nation's problems. Please be a real leader for our country. Well, Theodore, yes, and I will tell you that I do work in a bipartisan manner, and most things that we do in Congress, I know it doesn't get the publicity. They may not be controversial bills in some cases, but in most cases, particularly on the committees that I serve, the Energy and Commerce Committee and the Veterans Committee, we do work in a bipartisan fashion in the best interest of our constituents. Actually, I'm in the top 20% as far as bipartisanship. I just passed a bill with Kurt Schrader from Oregon, a Democrat, with regard to creating more competition in the generic field to reduce drug prices. So in any case, it's a good suggestion, and that's always been my style. Next, we have Austin from Safety Harbor. Austin says, I'm writing to inquire whether you stand, where you stand on the issue of net neutrality. Personally, I am troubled by the concept of a corporate-run internet. Well, I think we need to have a free and open internet. Of course, we need some protections for the public as well. But I think that the Obama administration has overregulated. And again, we need competition so that we can innovate and come up with new ideas. So I am for a free and open internet. And Commissioner Pai is going to meet with us very soon. And his position is our position. But we plan to discuss this in the very near future. So I really appreciate the letter, Austin. We have a letter from, actually it's a Facebook post, John M. So John says, I'm a substance abuse counselor. So as someone on the front lines of the opioid problem, this all seems like a no-brainer to me. You needing increased funding for substance abuse counseling, rehab treatment facilities, and overall mental health. Create campaigns to remove the stigmas of these people who encourage more to see, and it says encourage more to seek help. And I agree. And I will tell you that under the 21st Century Cures Act, which we passed last year, I was a co-sponsor, we increased the grant funding for mental health and substance abuse by $400 million. 27 million of that money went to the state of Florida. So that's very good for programs for mental health and substance abuse. Now, I will tell you we have to do more, and I had a hearing yesterday, and we're looking for innovative ideas for the state of Florida, sharing ideas among states. A big issue, and it affects everyone. My constituents, folks all over the country, and again, one of my priorities in the Congress. So we need more funding, there's no question, but we need good programs and long-term solutions because just admitting someone is not going to solve the problem. Uh, you know, transitional housing is a good idea as well. There are a lot of good ideas, and John, I would be willing to sit down with you and get your advice, since you are a substance abuse counselor. And I appreciate you posting on Facebook. Keep the Facebook posts coming. Communicate through first of all, phone calls, emails, but also social media. Makes me a better member of Congress. Thank you very much for your questions. Again, may my Aunt Callie Astro, her memory be eternal, and God bless everyone, and I'll see you next week.